All right, I've created the best way to do research on eBay. We're going to go to the $100 plus column and sort Z to A. We're going to sort sell through. You know, 71 and 99%. All right, right off the bat, I think I would like to do Filson. That is, Filson is an absolutely enormous brand. There's some categories that sell absolutely well, no matter what you do. But you want to find out what is actually not selling well within Filson, so you know what to stay away from. Just off the top, above $100, we got 3,676 listed and 2,959 sold. That is a lot of volume over $100. But let's find out what is not selling well. So you just type in Filson up at the top and clear our filters, and we start going through the different categories. We're in men's pre-owned clothing. It's a very broad category. The information within the men's pre-owned clothing category is very broad. It's based on what eBay pulls up when the spreadsheet is made, so it does not always have all of the information. You want to get into the nitty-gritty details of each individual category. So we're sitting at just under 90% sell-through across the men's clothing category. Go to t-shirts. It does not have great sell-through. There is only 2 solds above $100, so you're probably not getting good money for the t-shirts. That's a 68% sell-through between $60 and $100. And you're sitting at about a little less than 100% sell-through for everything between 0 to 35 and 35 to 60. There is decent volume there. That actually is pretty good volume. Pre-owned button-ups. The button-ups do not sell quite as well. They have a much lower sell-through until you get down to 0 to 35. You always want to be trying to sell for above 100% sell-through. You get 70% sell-through between 35 and 60, not very good, but that is still a lot of volume. That's 944 solds. You can go in there and find out which specific styles and colors are better, and move on to pre-owned polos. Let's go to pre-owned polos. Not a lot of volume. You actually do not want the polos. That's a 65% sell-through rate. That's only 2 solds above $60 and 5 sold between 35 and 60. So the polos do not sell as well. You need to pick up a polo for less than $2 maybe if you want to actually make any kind of profit between 0 and 35. Dress shirts. Dress shirts are not popular. Looking back at button-ups, all the volume was within pre-owned button-ups, not the dress shirts. Do not miscategorize this. You will not do well on sales. Coats and jackets. Honestly, the coats and jackets, you're probably always going to do well on Filson. That's 2,433 solds for Filson, above $100. Suits, they don't do suits. You can sometimes find jeans. They're called the duck pants. They may be miscategorized as jeans by people who are selling them. They do sell pretty well. Sweaters. The sweaters are pretty much always going to do well. That is green across the board. Filson sweaters sell well. Could be cotton, could be wool, could be cashmere. Not really sure about the details, but they do sell well. All right, the pre-owned pants. You're going to get better sales and better luck on categorizing Filson within pants categories. I would probably not count duck pants as jeans. Duck pants is a kind of specific kind of fabric that Filson is known for. That's canvas, not technically denim. All right, we're into shorts. There are shorts within Filson. They do sell well between 0 and 35, 35 to 60, and they drop off a cliff above $60. So do not overprice these. The swimwear, they do sell swimwear, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot. That's only 3 solds and 9 listed. The activewear. This is probably going to be hoodies. Activewear is a very broad category. There's a bunch of subcategories within activewear. All right, hoodies and sweatshirts. This happens to be a bailout category for Filson. Anything you buy in this category for hoodies and sweatshirts will sell between 0 and $35, somewhere in that bracket. Sell-through goes pretty good, up to $60, and then we drop a little bit after $60 to $100. There is money to be made in this category, so hoodies and sweatshirts is good. Try not to sell them over $100. The sell-through goes bad. Activewear tops, there's going to be stuff like quarter zips and stuff like that. It's okay. That's 34 listed, 32 sold. And the activewear pants, not a lot of volume, 6 to 9. Activewear jackets, not a lot of volume in there. Not very common. Activewear shorts, not much in here. That's really low volume. You got green sales, you got good sell through, but there's 3 listed and 6 sold. Maybe stay away from the activewear shorts. Tracksuits. They do make sleepwear robes. Not a lot of them. That's 3 listed and 11 sold, but that is 5 sold above $100. If I had to guess, that's going to be wool stuff. Might even be cashmere. Filson is known for their wool. All right, we're now in Filson for women's clothing. The Filson, as far as the broad category, it looks like it does sell pretty well, but we're gonna have to go into the details. Pre-owned tops, we're essentially gonna speed through the women's section. We're just looking for green, any green. Let's go through. Blouses, tops, t-shirts, button-ups, tank tops, polos, dresses, coats and jackets. All right, there is money to be made in the Filson coats and jackets for women's. None listed, none sold between 0 and 35, and it is a bailout category for Filson on $35 to $60. Anything you buy for jackets seems like it will sell somewhere between $35 and $60 for women's. Jeans is a bust, pants, skirts, shorts, sweaters. It seems really uncommon to find Filson in women's. It is mainly a men's brand. All right, thanks for your time.